What's up guys, my name is Stu. I'd like to welcome you all back to another video. And in today's video, I'd like to welcome you all to episode 63 of Stoody Rants. Now, I wish I talked about this originally when it first happened, but, I feel like I missed the boat, because every now and then a topic might come up, I plan on talking about it, but then I don't get the chance to talk about it until like multiple days later, and I feel like I've missed out on the hype, if you know what I mean. That's sort of what happened with this story. But basically, something else has popped up, so it's now giving me a reason to make the video. So basically, Jamarra Ugle-Hagan is taking personal leave due to personal reasons. But basically, Jamarra Ugle-Hagan should be in fucking prison. And let me tell you why. So basically, he pulled a gun on his own teammate, Rory Lobb, right? Now, here's the thing. When you pull a weapon on someone, like a gun or a knife or anything like that, that's considered attempted murder. That's what it is. So, Jamarra Ugle-Hagan literally committed attempted murder on his own teammate, yet he's getting away with it. Yet he's going to play victim. Say, oh, but I'm in a very bad place right now. No one gives a fuck. There is no excuses for pulling a gun on someone and threatening to kill them. This is typical coon behavior from, a coon like Jamarra Ugle-Hagan. And here's the thing, these abos, they tend to get away with pretty much anything. Abos go out and commit these horrific crimes, yet they get protected by the government. And it's been going on for way too long. And when it comes to government funding, they give everything to the abos, the ones going out committing crimes. And all the international people, like the refugees, the illegal immigrants, all the Indians that come in, apparently they all get 10 grand straight away as soon as they come in. Like, what in the actual fuck? What about the actual Aussies in our own country? Why don't we get 10 grand? The cost of living is stupidly high, yet you want to give foreigners that don't even deserve to be in this country, the ones that disrespect our culture, especially the Indians, you want to give them 10 grand. That is a joke. I get it, Ugle-Hagan is technically an Aussie, but he's not a very good one. He's an abo, and most abos are pretty fucked in the head. The way I see it, the blacker you are, the dumber you are, and the more dangerous they are. Like, the thing is, with Indians, I do not really like them. There is some Indians that are alright, but most of them are assholes. But they're not dangerous, and they're not dumb. Well, they seem dumb, but they're not dumb. They just have really shit accents that you cannot understand a word they're saying. But when it comes to the blacks, the abos, they're really dumb. Now, I wouldn't be worried about an Indian trying to fight me or whatever, because they don't really do that. It's, like the Africans, the abos, the ones that are full-on black, they're the ones that you've got to worry about. And when Ugle-Hagan is behaving in such an alarming way like this, something needs to be done. He should not be an AFL footballer anymore. He needs to be sacked immediately from playing football. He should not be playing football. His career should be over. Shame on the Western Bulldogs for not sacking him on the spot. Protecting their own players. Shame on the AFL for not doing anything about it either. And shame on the government for allowing this to happen, for not locking him up. If a white guy did this, they would be in prison 100%, and they would not have an AFL career. Imagine being in Rory Lobb's shoes, the potential of having to play with a player that pulled a gun on you, threatened your life. You know what I mean? There is absolutely no way that I would play with Jamarra Ugle-Hagan if I was Rory Lobb. If someone pulls a gun on me, I'm never playing with him again. It's either you get rid of him or I'm requesting a trade, 100%. And the thing is, if I was Rory Lobb and if Jamarra Ugle-Hagan was training with me, right, he wouldn't have his little gun to protect him. I'd belt the shit out of him at some point. I'd do a Tom Sniper or a fucking Darren Milburn on him. I hope the Western Bulldogs players do not accept him back if he ever does come back. I don't want to hear the mental health card or the race card come out here, because there is not an excuse for this behaviour. Notice how the people that brought in the guns into the MCG a few weeks ago, notice how they weren't Aussie either. Typical. They had WOG names. Or I don't even know if they were wogs. But their names are definitely not Aussie names. I can guarantee you that. They didn't seem like Indian names. They'd have to be either wog names or African names, black people names, or they're from like a Samoan country or some shit like that. You're not going to see Aussies behaving like that, white Aussies. Those motherfuckers that brought the guns into the stadium should be deported. The thing is, those people that brought the guns into the stadium don't actually live that far away from me. I thought Australia were meant to have strict gun laws. You can't just walk into a gun store and buy a gun here. Like, how the fuck do people like Jamarra Ugle-Hagan get a gun? Like, abos should not be allowed to have any sort of weapon. I get it. Most people that buy guns buy them because they enjoy shooting at the shooting range or shooting cars out in the desert, or maybe they want to go hunting for animals, that sort of thing. That's fine, but to the few people that buy guns so they can wave it around, act all tough, and possibly kill someone with it, they're the reason as to why guns should not be a thing at all. I can guarantee you, if I lived in America, like, because you kind of have to get a gun to protect yourself, like, someone probably would have pissed me off by now to the point where I would have shot them, would have killed them. I'd probably be in jail for murder by now if I lived in America, but lucky I live here. The thing is, if someone was to pull a gun on me, I'd do everything I could to get the gun off of them and shoot them with their own gun. Threaten my life, will ya? Well, enjoy me ending yours. You know, this whole thing is just insane. Like, why do abos get off so easily? Why do foreigners get off so easily? It's a joke. Australia is a joke. The justice system is disgraceful. The AFL is disgraceful. The Western Bulldogs are disgraceful for not sacking him on the spot. Can't even protect their own players. The question is, how in the fuck did Jamarra Ugle-Hagan get a gun? He probably got it illegally somehow. But how does this country allow someone like him to get a gun? How does this country allow foreigners to get a gun? If you're a foreigner, you should not be allowed to own a gun. I mean, people say in Australia, thank God there's strict gun laws for like certain people that aren't all there in the head. Because, you know, you'd think those sort of people would do the shootings and all that. But these dickheads are getting guns, so I don't think the laws can be that strict, can they? But yeah, I'm just glad Rory Lobb is all good, didn't get fucking shot. Because, you know how dangerous abos are. They're not all there in the head. None of them. So that's a dangerous situation. An abo and a gun, that's fucked. But anyway, tell me your thoughts in the comment section down below. Do you think Jamarra Ugle-Hagan should be arrested for attempted murder like I do? Do you think he should be let off for some reason? You're really stupid if you think that. What are your thoughts on Jamarra Ugle-Hagan playing the race card? Well, he probably is playing the race card, but I mean the mental health card. There's nothing that pisses me off more than when someone does something really fucked up and then uses mental health as an excuse. It's not an excuse at all. Whether it's a mental disability or depression or whatever, it's not an excuse. You know the difference from right to wrong. And once you do something like what Jamarra Ugle-Hagan has done, he should be over. His career should be over. If Jamarra Ugle-Hagan ever plays another game of football, I will throw up 100%. It's kind of the same as Tanner Bruhn, really. I don't know who's worse, Tanner Bruhn or Jamarra Ugle-Hagan. I mean, both of them are very, very bad. And I just want to know your thoughts. What should happen to Jamarra Ugle-Hagan? But yeah, thank you all for watching this rant. Be sure to subscribe, like, and comment for more epic rants like these. Be sure to become a channel member. Just click the join button next to my name. Also, be sure to subscribe to my Premier Making Goals of Nick. Link to his channels in the description. Also, be sure to subscribe to my other YouTube channels. Be sure to subscribe to my podcast channel, King Snake's Stoody. Also, be sure to subscribe to my second YouTube channel, Stoody Archives. Links to both of those are in the description. Also, be sure to join my Discord server, East Coast Australian Sports Community. Link to that is in the description. Also, be sure to follow me on my other social media accounts. I have TikTok and also have Twitter. The username for all those is Stoody YT, and links to all those will also be in the description. I hope you had a good day, and I'll see you all in the next video.